The Elder Scrolls games are known for their silliness, goofiness, awesome worlds to explore, but they're most known for their bugs. And we often forget how dark these games can be. I mean, from the dude in Morrowind who gets his pants stolen and you have to pay 200 gold to get them back, to Lucian LeChance in Oblivion getting mutilated. I love dark themes. I love true crime. I love creepypasta. I love everything kind of creepy. Today we are going over 3 disturbing books that you can find in these games. The Fur Trader, The Ghosts in the Storm, and almost everybody knows this one, The Trader's Diary from Oblivion. These books are very disturbing, one more than the others, but they have disturbing tones. So sit down, relax, and listen to these amazing books. My execution is tomorrow. The turnkey asks what I'd like for my last meal. Bring me paper, I say, and a quill and a candle. Perhaps the Jarl would like a confession. I would rather pass the time. When my father's harem burned down and our family fortune was lost to the ashes, my brother and I set to begging in the gutters of elsewhere. I will never forget the first time we stole a traveler's purse. It was almost by accident, just a slip of the claw, and the pouch fell into our hands. We ate like kings that night. We slept in a warm bed for the first time in months. Soon after, my brother and I took up the knife. The gang we joined treated us as the dirty orphans we were. We robbed, we scammed, we cut and ran, and years of debauchery and hard living took their toll. I lost half my left ear in a knife fight with a blind, drunk Argonian. I wanted to give up, but my brother, he dreamed bigger, better. My brother wanted to make it to Cyrodiil and become legit merchants. We had a plan, one final heist of the northbound caravan said to be filled with jewels. Something went wrong. My brother could not stop the horses on time. I stood helplessly by and watched the wagon plummet over a cliff, but as I picked through the wreckage, my devastation turned into excitement. There were no jewels, but there were plenty of luxurious wolf pelts, horker tusks, and mammoth hides. More than enough to buy my way into Cyrodiil. I'd follow in the footsteps of so many of my kind, a traveling merchant, someone with a respectable profession. I had all the furs bundled in my pack when I saw my brother's broken body. His ears were still warm. I shut his eyes for the last time. This was his dream, and he would want me to go. But what I wanted, well, the caravan guard were coming. I had to go, but I couldn't just leave his body to rot. My brother gave me my first skin. It was to be a memento, but in the darkness of the fence's cabin, the coin hilt and my hand heavy. Then she looked at my brother's pelt and offered 3 times the amount of any fur. Disgust caught in my throat, but I did not live very long. I realized the cost of such a forbidden luxury, the value, the demand, the respect. This is what I wanted. It became easier. A dark alley, a gag in one hand, and a quick slice across the throat. Gently hold the body as it bleeds. I became faster, my cuts precise and fluid. I peeled the skin with one motion and kept the merchandise pristine in one piece. I became rich, far richer than anyone in my family had ever been. Yet I was careful. My stronghold was well hidden and practically impenetrable. I hired the men that used to employ me. We moved frequently on less traveled roads when we hunted in the wild. We stalked the back alleyways we used to sleep in when we hunted the city. I grew so rich that I no longer needed to dirty my own hands. Patchwork-colored furs fetched the best price among the Bosmer. Argonians preferred the pelts completely skinned and tanned. Orcs prized the thick, waterproof leather of the Argonians. Humans most often bought tails and ears. I had to employ an alchemist and master craftsman for a couple odd requests, but I didn't ask questions when the gold piled up. And now I'm a prisoner. Maybe I became careless. Maybe I let too many secrets slip between the sheets. The raid of my fortress was a massacre. They took me alive, barely. That was their mistake. My enemies should have killed me when they had the chance. I have one lockpick. And the northern wall of my cell is weak from disrepair. My head shall not roll tomorrow. I am not finished with the trade. There will always be buyers. Someday I will sell my own skin for a king's ransom, as my name is legend, and yours shall rot in the gutters with your bones. The Fur Trader. Andato Leotelli. For many years now, I have traveled the lengths and breadths of Skyrim, writing of my experiences and my adventures. I have seen many wondrous sights and many strange creatures in my travel, but one encounter remains fixed in my memory, though I wish it were not. I had taken up traveling with one of the Khajiit trade caravans that crisscrossed Skyrim, peddling their wares outside the gates of the large cities. We were nearing Windhelm when the storm struck. It was violent. A terrible gale, one of the very worst I have seen in all my long years. The winds howled like all the Daedra of oblivion, and the driving snow made us blind to the world. Rasad called a halt when we staggered from the road, our hands held over our faces to ward off the stinging pellets of ice. We huddled together in the shelter of a copse of pines. There were no hope of raising our tents. The wind would tear them from our hands the moment we unpacked them. They struck the height of the storm. There were perhaps half a dozen of the creatures. It was difficult to say, as the blowing snow and howling wind overwhelmed our sight and our hearing. They were roughly man-sized, but hunched over and ugly. For garments, they only wore rags and leathers. They were armed with daggers, swords, and various kinds, no doubt, scavenged from their previous victims. They had no noses, so to speak of, only long slits for nostrils. Their ears were sharply pointed, suggesting a distant kinship with the elves. Their pallid skin, their lifeless black eyes, they seemed like something out of a nightmare. Bisha saw them first, but not too late to save herself. So loud was her death cry, we heard it roaring over the winds. The cry saved us all. Alerted to the presence of our foes, the Khajiit drew their blades and formed a circle facing outwards. The white fiends were too few to surround us completely, and the Khajiit fended off each attack. After 3 of the snow devils had fallen, the rest fell back and did not come at us again. The storm adapted as we arrived in Windhelm the next morning. I have taken up residence in Candlehearth Hall, and I am quite comfortable behind the towering stone walls of the city. Comfortable, at least, until I go to sleep, and visions of those awful creatures return to haunt my dreams. It's all right, Mother. It's almost over. I'm close. So very close. How long have we struggled? How long have we waited? Too long, I know. But it's almost over, I promise. Kill him! Kill him! Kill him! Kill him! Kill him! Mommy, mommy, as you lie, the dark man comes and makes you die. My daddy's hands are red with guilt because he killed the life we built. I hate it. All this lying, all this pretending. Sithis and the 5 tenants be damned. How long do I have to live by their rules? How long before I get my chance? I saw Lucian Lachance yesterday. He was in the sanctuary talking with Ochiva. He was right there, so close. I could have severed his spine in less than a heartbeat. Oh, Mother, never before have I had to exercise such self-control. What's sickeningly ironic is that it was the Dark Brotherhood's discipline that allowed me to restrain myself. I've been a part of their family. For so long, it's a part of me, whether I like it or not. And in all that time, I've fooled them all. They see me as a fellow member of the Brother, and a trusted family member. Someday soon, I will learn the truth about the Night Mother, and when I do, I will use that trust to get close to her, close enough so that I may rend the head from her body, just as Lucian Lachance did to you so long ago. Damn it, Mother. Why did it have to be this way? Maria was so beautiful. She was perfect in so many ways. Why couldn't she handle the truth? Why couldn't she realize her family didn't really love her? She was a murderer like the rest of us, paid to kill in the name of Sithis. I really thought we could be together, make a real family with real love. But she told me she could never accept your place in my life. So now she's gone. She didn't deserve to live after the horrible things she said about you. I never should have told her. I know, I'm sorry. It will never happen again, and the others will never find her, don't worry. There's nothing left of her to find. I like to lie in the grass and watch the ants and wish I were one of them in their underground maze, so safe from the darkness of people, horrible people. I will kill them all, kill the ants, kill the people, kill everything. I did it, Mother. I killed them all. I killed them, and I cursed them to wander their ship in undeath for all eternity. They came to talk to the old man in the lighthouse. When they saw me, they could have kept walking, but no, they laughed. They laughed at me, Mother. They called me names. They said I was strange, that I was a human rat living here in the cellar of the lighthouse. They did not know who they were dealing with, so I snuck on board later that night, and I slit their throats, every last one of them. So the Serpent's Wake sits, the ghost ship of Anvil, they'll call it now. Ha ha. Some wonderful news, Mother. An advancement at last. Lucian Lachance paid a visit to the sanctuary today to talk with me. He told me the Black Hand needed my services. One of the other speakers is looking to replace his assistant, who was killed fulfilling a contract. So Lucian Lachance suggested me. I met with the speaker, and will serve as his new silencer. Ha! Lachance might as well given me a contract to kill the Night Mother herself. I am now one step closer to realizing our dream. I will learn the Night Mother's identity, and tear her heart from her chest. Oh yes, and I have something special planned for Lachance himself. Mommy, I so afraid. I miss you, Mommy. I just want you to kiss me again. Father prayed, and guess who came? The hooded man in Sithis' name, who left, but then he came once more to pass through the window, wall, and door. I lie in fear, my mouth agape, as wicked blade did cleave your nape, for I was watching beneath the bed to see the falling of your head, and when your face lie on the floor, our loving eyes did meet once more, and so I pledged to you that day the brotherhood would dearly pay, and just as they took me from you, I'd find and kill their mother too. But there's some place I need to start, and that's with Father's beating heart, and when that's done, I'll sing and dance to celebrate a dead Lachance. Green, blue, red, yellow, orange, 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 black, 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 black. I've been careless, too careless. The bodies, the burnings. Killing that fool Blanchard was the worst mistake I've made so far. I was seen, I was cloaked and hooded, and escaped into shadow, so no one learned my true identity. But now the Black Hand is suspicious. They suspect treachery, suspect a traitor. I must be more cautious than ever. When in the snow, I like to lay and fold my arms and wait to die. I've been switching the dead drops. It was so easy. I tracked Lachance from his lair at Fort Farragut to the first dead drop location. After Lachance placed the orders, when I was sure he was gone, I switched them. It was so easy. Now Lachance's fool silencer is working for us, Mother. Oh, the fun we'll have. One of the Black Hand told me they haven't seen such an ambitious family member since I first joined the Dark Brotherhood. I will use that very ambition to my own advantage. The fool will never question dead drops. As I write this, is en route to the first target. One of the very members of the Black Hand. And so it begins. Lachance's silencer will kill one high-ranking brother member, then another, and so on, until the family implodes. Eventually, as is the custom, the survivors will consult the Night Mother and seek her guidance. When that day comes, I will be there, ready to plunge a blade into that dark whore's fetid heart. Hey, thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, please tell me which story was your favorite. But like and subscribe would help my channel out a lot. We're almost at 1,000, which is pretty huge. But I want to know your favorite book, your favorite story, your favorite piece of lore. It doesn't have to be spooky, but I just want to know. But anyways, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. See ya.